It's March 2023. This is the first video of a series that we're going to show how we're taking these running driving tractors, turning them into donors, and how that's going to actually speed up the process of getting the major components that we sell on the shelf faster, while we're still able to give the same warranty as a rebuilt part. So supply chains are still tight. There's a lot of pieces you can't get new. Tractor values are still high, so the salvage or used side of the business is also tight. It's hard to get inventory. And if we just say that we've got a used XYZ, then no one wants to buy, everybody's scared of a used part. So we partnered with a company that we've been using for a while in Iowa, and what we're going to do is we're going to ship this tractor to them, and they're going to do a cradle to grave, which would start with a full diagnostics, electronic codes, any errors, any issues. If there's problems, we'll fix them on the tractor so that we know everything's good. And once the all clear is good, then we're going to start the disassembly process. So they're actually going to take this tractor and take it completely down for us and create our modules, our sections. So we sell a complete cab assembly a couple different ways off of this style tractor. It's rare that it's been wrecked, but something can fall on it, which is the same concept. So a cab for a wreck doesn't require the fuel tank, but a cab fire does require the fuel tank. So that package we'll have a complete cab assembly with everything to replace the worst case, which would be a fire. And so those would stay in that bucket until either it sells as a fire, or if we had a customer that needed one because of a wreck, then we could sell that, and then that's when it would open up the fuel tank, if that makes sense. But the testing of all that, so that everyone knows that it's good, we hope we have a checklist. We've checked this, and this, and basically it's ready to bolt on. Now electronics is a little funky with a quote plug and play, but the concept of a rear final drive, where a dealership is just almost going to always insist that it has new bearings and seals, which is not a bad policy if you don't know. But when we can actually take this final drive and do a vertical axle test, it tells us that the bearing is good because your dealership does that. But what they don't do is they're not going to pull the final drive off just to check the planetaries to see. So during the disassembly process, we'll actually do a planetary inspection on the inside, and if we see any issues, we'll fix it. If we don't, now we have a complete rear axle final drive, probably gets a new seal, but it's ready to go. So we can give the same warranty with that, for lack of a better word, a certified part that we know is good. It didn't need new bearings is the key. Not does it have them, it didn't need them. We've actually checked them. We know that they're good. Everything is within spec, which is how we can give the rebuild warranty. So that's how that gets on the shelf faster, or to the customer faster. So if you take that example and spread it across all these major part types, remote valves, if they don't check out, we can rebuild them. But if they check out, there's no reason to rebuild them. We sell a lot of hitch frames. Same thing. If the hitch frames has play in the bushings, let's put bushings in it. If it doesn't, there is no need to put new bushings in it because it's good. It's within spec. So engines, transmissions, okay? The engine you can go you can do a lot of things to test the engine. Everyone always wants to know hours. So as an example, this tractor has, say, 7,500 hours on it. Well, in theory, it's only got 25% life left. All right, but we don't always know the history. So if this engine has already had an overhaul that we don't know about, we'll find that out in our manual testing. Same thing with the transmission. You can actually do the diagnostics of the actual manual or physical pressure test that will tell you that everything is in spec or it's out of spec. So either way, that gets us an answer faster. Also, what it's going to do is going to show you, again, how these packages are sold and why we don't sell, a gear out of that planetary, because we sell the whole axle. So anyway, that's kind of where we are. We'll start doing updates by part type. We'll make an album on the YouTube page so you can follow along, and we can look back on it when we need to. Thanks for watching.